Okay.
Hey guys, this is Jack.
And Alexis. And today we're going to be telling our love story, how it came to be.
Alexis and I first met in the 5th grade at Sunnyside Elementary. She moved in that year and she was the new girl, and immediately I noticed something unique about her and was drawn towards her.
It was definitely God's will for me to move into this school district, because from there, Jack and I always remained friends throughout middle school and high school at Taylorview and IF. We hung out every now and then, but nothing serious. Lots of times we were on the ski hill or playing tennis, but nothing too serious. Other than that, I guess we went to a dance.
Yeah, all my friends actually told me, maybe since elementary school even, that Alexis and I would get married. Like, it's pretty cool that those things came to pass. But we ended up going to that dance together and we had a lot of fun.
It was a blast. After the dance, things really just stayed chill through senior year. Towards the end of senior year, Jack asked me on a couple dates, and that's when we finally had our first kiss, which was so fun, so awesome. And from there, we just stayed friends a lot. During the summer after we graduated, we spent a lot of time playing pickleball together, but unfortunately, we were going to different colleges. So I went to Provo and he went to BYU Idaho, and we kind of separated from there.
And then one day, tragedy struck for Alexis where she tore her ACL playing the football league. And I think the first couple weeks of the semester, right?
Yeah, it's like week 2.
Yeah. But she ended up coming home back to Idaho Falls for surgery, which meant that I was nearby. So I would come and visit and say hello and check up on her. And we actually ended up hanging out quite often because this happened in the fall. And then Christmas break rolled around and we really started hanging out a lot. And I would say that first started to click for us that this could be real.
Yeah, it was really fun because with all the checkups and just holidays going on in Idaho Falls, I'd come up a lot. And then he would come down to Provo to come see me and hang out or go to football games. And then we also got to meet up in Logan several times, which was really fun. So from basically fall of 2021 until our missions, we spent a lot of time hanging out and doing long distance. And that was such a special time because we were both diligently preparing for missions. We spent a lot of time on the calls reading scriptures and having those deeper conversations and starting our papers and eventually getting to open our mission calls together, which was really special.
It was really, really fun.
Dear Elder Groberg.
No, I can't.
Do you want me to continue or no?
Yeah.
You're hereby called to serve as a missionary of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I'm skipping to it, okay? You sure?
Yeah.
You're assigned to labor in the Florida Orlando mission.
No!
And will prepare to teach the gospel in the Mandarin Chinese language.
I left on my mission in April of 2022 and Alexis left in May of that same year. But which means that she came home 5 months before me. But on our missions, we did keep in contact, I would say, almost every week, if not every week. But there was no romantic feelings involved. We were diligent, we were good, and we were acquaintances at that time, I would say.
Yeah, it was a little confusing because there were no expectations set before our missions about what things would look like, especially when I came home. So I continued with my life. I went back to school in Provo, and before I knew it, it was April and Jack was already on his way home. And that was super exciting. I remember feeling just pure joy that he was coming back, but also I was a little nervous because I didn't know what things would look like. So I kind of took a shot. I came to his homecoming talk in Idaho Falls, and that was super exciting, but things weren't back to normal right then.
She came to my homecoming, which was really nice, but she was kind of going on dates with other people because I didn't set good expectations. And I tried a little bit, I will say, during this time. But she wasn't giving me the attention that I had hoped for. And I realized that I needed to try a little harder because on a boys' trip to St. George, around this time, we concluded that Alexis had no more interest. So we decided it was do or die time, and I really did have to pursue a little bit. But that wasn't after a little bit of effort on my part. Things kind of worked out, and after persuading her to give me a chance, we were reminded of what we had before the mission, and things came together quickly after that.
It was so fun to see Jack come home and be a new person, honestly, but also to feel all the feelings I'd felt for him before just come right back. One thing that I kept my heart protected from was that he was going to Taiwan just a couple weeks after he came home from his mission, and he would spend the whole summer in Taiwan. And so that was heartbreaking, but also so exciting. And I quickly knew once Jack left that he was the one. And I wanted to continue to get to know him post-mission and support him in Taiwan and be ready for him when he came home. And so Taiwan ended up being one of the hardest things for our relationship, but also the best because we grew so much during that time.
Yeah, we FaceTimed every single day, twice a day, hours on end, and really fell in love at that time. It was fun, and it was difficult, and it was sad. There's a lot of emotions to it, but once those 3 months were up, it was good to know that I was coming back to the United States.
Hi, Jack. Alexis wanted to say hi. I don't know why. She's trying to steal you from me.
Just miss him. Hi.
Kiss him. You got a kiss. A little kissy kiss.
And right after coming home, I told Alexis that I would see her a day after I came home from Taiwan. So after about, 13, 14 hours of traveling from Taiwan to San Francisco to Denver to Idaho Falls, I went directly from the airport back to my house. I was greeted by a new car. Shout out to my mom and dad for that. So excited. But after doing a little persuading, I was persuaded Todd to let me drive in that new car immediately to Provo, where I surprised Alexis. She didn't know that she would see me that day, but I surprised her with a little bit of help from Hannah.
Being a confident self that you are always. I'm gonna cry.
I told you to eat it before leaving. It worked, guys. You're gonna come and throw.
Thankfully, we have that on video, and that shows literally the happiest day of my life. It was so fun to see him again and also feel all the love I had for him confirmed. And things after that went super quick. I moved to Idaho Falls the next day. It had already been planned out, but school and everything worked out perfect. I ended up moving back, and we spent lots of fun times in Idaho Falls, going boating and just being together. We had never dated in the same state, and so it was really special to spend that time together. And a month later, we got engaged at Chris Creek, and that was a really special day. It was just Jack and I up there, and
Angie.
She
But
took
she
some
didn't know that.
pictures.
Alexis didn't know that. Thank you, Mom.
It was so special, and I was so blessed. He just picked the perfect moment and surprised me, and he also picked the most beautiful ring in the world, so it was so happy. And ever since then, we've been waiting for January 25th so that we could be sealed.
Yep, we're excited.
And that's our story.